We spend much of our lives wrapped inside a private digital consciousness. Surrounded by glowing screens, it is easy to feel as though we exist entirely within ourselves and that we will live forever. This internet age has slowly eroded our ability to value the uniqueness of a common day. Social media functions as a thoughtless juggernaut, pushing information that requires little to no analysis, stripping away our moments of reflection. Because the digital feed is effectively infinite, it suggests a strange sense of immortality. It tricks the mind into feeling as though our own time is just as inexhaustible as the content on the screen. This illusion creates a dangerous complacency. We glide through our routines as if we have forever, existing in a vacuum where we are never truly awake to the fact that today will never come again. Imagine time as a handful of dry sand. If you carelessly grab at it, most of the grains quickly slip through your fingers and fall back onto the shore. This loss of time leads to the state of the satisfied pig in the mud. We find a hollow contentment in mindless routines, often wasting our lives in tedious, empty jobs because we've stopped looking for anything deeper. In this complacent state, ordinary days begin to blur. Without critical thought or deliberate action, the uniqueness of each day is lost to a repetitive cycle that offers no genuine satisfaction. Allowing the internet to massify our thoughts is an active forfeiture of our singular, conscious existence. Waking up requires us to confront our finitude through the ancient concept of Memento Mori, the practice of remembering that we must die. The Stoic Marcus Aurelius tells us that we could leave life right now. He argues that this reality should be the strict filter for everything we do, say, and think. This realization acts as an urgent attention retrieval mechanism. It pulls our focus out of the distant, anxious future and locks it entirely into the present moment. Even in theology, we see a focus on earthly presence. After the resurrection, Jesus Christ did not immediately return to heaven, but deliberately remained on earth for 40 days to stay present in a physical existence. Grasping our own finitude is the prerequisite for transformation. It is the very only way to truly recognize that our brief time on earth is remarkable and sacred. Instead of grabbing at time, learn to cup the sand. We retain life by acting deliberately. Start mornings with a notebook. Record the date, outline plans, and reflect. Ask how they fit your larger vision. This friction stops days slipping away. Reclaiming time also requires us to force our consciousness out of the digital ether and ground it radically in the physical world. We can learn from those who study the microscopic life in a park, watching the worker ants, the blades of grass, and the smell of the air. These small observations anchor the mind in the now. Stringing together these deliberately planned, physically grounded days is the only way the concept of Memento Mori becomes an honest reality rather than a mere thought. Does this lead us to a choice? Would you rather be a pig satisfied in the mud or Socrates unhappy? John Stuart Mill argued that Socrates is happier because he understands what true happiness is and can consciously seek it, whereas the pig is simply reacting to comfort. This lack of critical thought has consequences that scale from the individual to the global. When a society ceases to think critically, it becomes susceptible to massified forces that lead to catastrophe, resulting in the destructive, nonsensical military conflicts that defined the 20th century. Summarily, avoiding the state of critical awareness is a recipe for throwing away human progress. We cannot advance humanity if we are not awake enough to value our own lives. Choosing critical thought and confronting our finitude leads directly to a state of profound gratitude for the fact that we are alive and conscious. We can adopt the perspective of Mahatma Gandhi. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever. This week, step outside for a walk. Ask yourself what your life means to you, and look for something magical and beautiful in the mundane world around you. By treating each ordinary day as distinct and sacred, we eventually stop fighting the clock. We find peace, finally embraced by the arms of time itself.